Welcome to the first pilot episode of this week's IOTA recap. This video is in English, but since this is not my native language, I ask for your consideration. First of all, I'd like to quickly clear up some organizational things before we get to the news. If this kind of videos will be continued, will be decided by the community. Everybody thanks Chris Mueller, who has provided us with weekly news for a long time and with a lot of effort. And everyone knows that this is associated with a lot of effort. Thanks to YouTube Analytics, I will see how much the videos arrive or not. Of course, I will also rely on donations and will, if possible, advertise on YouTube. This is the only way this project can exist. The whole structure of the videos is not yet final. That is, if more videos will come, we'll certainly change one or the other. Suggestions, constructive criticism is welcome in the comments. Furthermore, I want to mention that these videos are for the IOTA community and I hope for a little help because I cannot collect all the news around IOTA in the end I miss something. So that everyone can benefit from the information. Submissions are welcome, especially from projects and the people who run them. This can be a mouthpiece and free advertising and it is your interest. However, I already thanks IOTAtalk.com who allowed me to use their website on the sheer flood of information. Thanks, Modbot Minel. Long story short, here comes the news. First, I'll briefly mention that since 19th of April, assembly stacking is possible. In case any of you missed it, don't worry, stacking is still possible and lasts 90 days like the last stacking. You can enter and exit at any time. The whole process is to be done in Firefly or TanglePay. Over 55% of the total offer has already been stacked. I'm linking the post below in the description in case anyone is new and wants to join. On the 20th of April, Volks Mythica entered Touchpoint. This game will be the first collectible combat strategy game. As players, we will earn rewards by using NFT characters called Volks to collect items and fight against other players. In doing so, as in other games like CryptoKitties, we can breed our characters or items to get something better out of them. We will be able to earn the currency Jade and Fall. There are no release date yet. On a related note, Volks Mythica announced their NFT collection on 26th of April and deleted the tweet again. This will be called the Kami Labs Genoso NFT. There will be 5,000 pieces in total and will cost 250 IOTA. It will be an open sale, meaning everyone will have an equal chance. Even the team has to buy some if they want this some. On the website kamilabs.io/NFT, which is not reachable at the moment, there will be hopefully more information. Small addendum here. The site has been renamed to kamilabs.io/sale. The sale starts on the 12th of May on Soonaverse. I'll highlight the details in the next video. LendeXe published a behind-the-scenes report in several tweets. There they described the working process. It said that they're working on the proof of concept stablecoin as well as cross-chain lending, which is an exciting thing. They are also working on funding in the background, even thought the NFT funding has produced 1.67 IOTA. LendeXe is also trying to grow the team further. It is also interesting to mention that the proof of concept mobile app exists. Of course, there is no release data as everything is still under construction. In the further tweet, it is said that the version 1 works as planned and the NFT ref program with the version 2 should come in the next 2 weeks. Then, when GoShimmer is released by IOTA Foundation, LendeXe will try to migrate everything to the new GoShimmer network. According to the table, the release should take place on 15th of September. Note, however, that nothing final is written here, as these are probably intern specifications that are made with every project planning. We all know that the best platform for purchasing NFT is Soonaverse, and the team behind it is busy as ever. On the 26th of April, they published a post where they presented their first service module, and that is the Token Launchpad. With this tool, everyone has the possibility to create their own tokens, and that already in May. The whole thing will be possible on level 1 and level 2, and of course, as always, without senseless fees like some other primal rocks. The whole process from creation to sale is supposed to be very intuitive. In their post you can see some pictures of the process, and as with the introduction of the NFTs, you can see that they will keep their word. With that being said, the whole thing is still stored on a private network, as the current Shimmer IOTA network does not support native assets. However, as soon as the IOTA Foundation catches up here, this process will be migrated as well. Launchpad is scheduled for completion by the end of May. Dominik Schiener will present at the European Parliament in a discussion around crypto and technological neutrality. The whole thing starts on 27th of April in Brussels. In this context, the open letter from the IOTA Foundation to the EU Parliament is to be mentioned. It is about so-called open and hosted wallets and the reporting obligation on transactions that arise over 1,000 euros. This open letter can be signed by everyone. This new law slows down the development and poses an increasing administrative problem. Just imagine if millions of machine managed money themselves, and these millions all have to be controlled by authority. Not only is it a gigantic expense, but it calls into question the principle of DLT in the first place, since they are public and unchanged. Definitely read the article and sign if you share the same opinion. @IOTA Heroes on Twitter has quite a few GIFs ready for the eponymous game IOTA Heroes. It looks similar to a browser game where you can upgrade a hero and send them into battle. There are probably already 40 players in it, and they have had over 500 adventures. If you are interested, you should visit their Discord. It looks very interesting with only 143 followers on Twitter, definitely too few. Generally speaking, gaming on IOTA is on the rise at the moment. Who knows more games based on IOTA? In the comment I did. Then comes a special gaming episode. There was on Monday also a new update for the GoShimmer nodes, and namely the version 0812. Who owns such a node? This should update. With this update, also an evil wallet is introduced as well as a few small fixes. This evil wallet is needed for easy creation of conflict and spam scenarios, so it is only interesting for developers. On 26th of April, Jelle Miller published an article about the problem of binding self-sovereign identity, short SSi and NFTs. There he describes the binding problem that arises with the hype around the NFTs. We all know this problem. You take an NFT, right-click on the image and save it somewhere. What is quite easy to show for people and organization, like on the basis of a graphic and specification of the EU, with so-called EIDAs, is probably quite difficult for NFTs and generally for objects. The full article is purely informative and should serve IOTA identity as a framework for later decisions. This framework will then hopefully solve this problem so that you can give a good argument to people who still doubt in NFTs. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about the price. Even if the video becomes longer than I wanted, I know that looks bad at the moment with all good news, but we are used to wars. I remember the good 30 cents. And with one of the strongest platforms for NFT, the Soonaverse, we are in a good position, better than the rest of the industry, and everything that follows will surpass everything as well. Chart analysis is double in crypto, but because the market is so unregulated and massively corrupted, it's more difficult than a stock, for example. That said, we look at the weekly chart and we see our relative strength at $2, and in the back of our minds we always keep our nice all-time high of $5. We are again at the point where there will be a big decision, and I hope that the breakout to the upside will be the release of Shimmer. Only Shimmer will show us what IOTA is really capable of. I know that, and all of you know that. The real applications that are all lurking out there just waiting for Shimmer. If it released, the protocol can be used and people will see the advantages, hopefully, over the other projects. If we look to the 4-hour chart, this culmination becomes more and more radical. So the liberation below should hopefully come in the next few weeks. The whole market is suffering at the moment anyway. Only something big can help. But it does not look so bleak. We have already tested several times the last few months the bottom, well defended, which is about 60 cents along. That means the 30 cents at the time are our 60 cents today. Do not discourage by the price. This new situation looks more than good. Who looks over at proof of GitHub more often sees that the development of IOTA is mostly among the top 10 cryptocurrencies. So they do not rest, but work like crazy. And do not listen so much to the little crybabies who always have something wrong. Block them and let them scream in peace. Focus on the essential, the development and the progress, and derive your own lessons from it. Thank you for looking this far. I hope I have done this reasonably well. Bye until next time, and if I let myself review the video, that was probably nothing. Shortly before the editorial deadline, there is a little news coming in, and that is that research team announced an update for the second layer. In this update they are working on the zk-EYM. zk-EYM is a virtual machine that executes smart contracts in a way that is compatible with zero-knowledge proof computation. It is the key to building an EVM-compatible zero-knowledge rollup while preserving Ethereum's code.